Have you ever reheated your favorite meal only to wonder whether it's still healthy or even safe to eat? For many older adults, warming up leftovers is a common and convenient habit. But what if some of the foods we reheat are quietly harming our health, especially as we age? As we grow older, our digestive system becomes more sensitive, our immune system more vulnerable, and our body's ability to detoxify harmful substances gradually declines. That means foods that once seemed harmless might now pose risks we didn't expect. Reheating food is often seen as a harmless part of our daily routine, a quick spin in the microwave and we assume it's ready to enjoy again. But certain foods can undergo chemical changes when reheated, losing their nutritional value, or worse, producing substances that are toxic or hard to digest. For seniors in particular, who are more likely to experience digestive discomfort, heart issues or memory decline, this can be a serious concern. Knowing which foods are safe to reheat and which should never be reheated is essential for maintaining long-term health and well-being. While some foods like oatmeal, soups, and brown rice actually become more beneficial after being gently reheated, others such as eggs, mushrooms, and white potatoes can cause harm when reheated improperly. The problem isn't just about taste or texture. For example, reheated mushrooms may undergo protein breakdown that stresses your liver and digestive system. Reheated eggs can form harmful compounds that impact heart health. And leftover white potatoes, if not stored and reheated properly, may develop neurotoxic substances linked to memory problems and nerve damage. So before you pop that plate into the microwave, it's worth asking, is this food still good for me, or could it be doing more harm than good? In this video, we'll explore which foods older adults can reheat safely, and even gain extra nutritional benefits from, and which ones they should avoid reheating altogether. By making small informed changes to our eating habits, especially how we handle leftovers, we can better support our digestion, protect our heart and brain health, and maintain a higher quality of life as we age. Let's take a closer look at the science behind reheating food and discover how to make smarter, safer choices in the kitchen starting today. Food should be reheated. Oatmeal is one of the healthiest foods older adults can reheat, and it may actually become even more beneficial after warming it up again. Packed with soluble fiber, especially beta-glucan, oatmeal supports heart health, lowers cholesterol, and helps regulate blood sugar levels. For seniors, these benefits are crucial as they help manage chronic conditions like diabetes and cardiovascular disease. When you reheat oatmeal, the fiber content remains intact, and in some cases, the texture even improves, becoming softer and easier to digest. This makes it a gentle, nourishing option for older adults who may struggle with chewing or have a sensitive digestive system. One of the key advantages of reheated oatmeal is convenience. You can prepare a large batch in advance, store it in the refrigerator, and reheat individual portions as needed. This not only saves time, but also encourages healthier eating habits, especially on busy mornings or when energy levels are low. Just a few minutes in the microwave or a quick stir on the stovetop is all it takes to bring it back to life. When reheated properly, preferably with a bit of added water or milk to restore moisture, oatmeal retains its creamy consistency and full nutritional value. Another reason oatmeal is ideal for reheating is its versatility. You can mix in a variety of toppings before or after reheating, such as berries, bananas, nuts, or cinnamon, each adding extra nutrients and flavor. These additions can enhance memory, strengthen bones, and provide anti-inflammatory effects, making your oatmeal not only more delicious, but also more powerful in supporting healthy aging. In fact, some nutritionists even recommend overnight oats that are gently warmed in the morning to preserve both taste and nutrients. From a safety standpoint, oatmeal is low risk when it comes to reheating. Unlike eggs or mushrooms, which can develop harmful compounds when reheated, oatmeal remains stable and safe. However, it's important to store it in an airtight container and reheat it thoroughly to at least 165 degrees Celsius, 74 degrees Celsius, to avoid bacterial growth. In summary, oatmeal is a smart, senior-friendly food to reheat. It supports digestion, stabilizes blood, sugar, and promotes long-term heart health. With its ease of preparation, flexible flavors, and gentle texture, reheated oatmeal can be a comforting and nutritious staple in any older adult's diet. Vegetable soup. Have you ever opened your fridge and found a container of leftover vegetable soup, wondering whether it's still good for you to reheat? For older adults, the answer is a reassuring yes. Vegetable soup is one of the best dishes to reheat, both in terms of safety and nutrition. In fact, some soups become even more flavorful and nourishing the next day, as the vegetables continue to release their natural juices and the herbs and spices meld. Reheated vegetable soup often offers a richer, deeper taste, along with powerful health benefits. Vegetable soup is typically made from a mix of fiber-rich, antioxidant-packed ingredients, like carrots, celery, tomatoes, onions, spinach, and garlic. These vegetables contain vitamins A, C, and K, as well as potassium and magnesium, nutrients that are essential for maintaining a healthy immune system, supporting vision, reducing inflammation, and promoting heart and bone health. Reheating doesn't destroy these nutrients when done properly. In fact, the cooking process helps break down some of the vegetable fibers, making them easier to digest and absorb, which is especially helpful for seniors with sensitive stomachs. Another advantage of vegetable soup is its hydrating, low-calorie nature. It provides warmth and comfort, particularly for older adults who may struggle with staying hydrated or who eat less due to reduced appetite. A bowl of hot soup can stimulate the senses, boost energy, and provide a gentle way to consume more vegetables in a single meal. When reheated evenly, either on the stovetop or in the microwave, the soup retains both its safety and soothing texture. Adding a splash of water or broth can prevent it from becoming too thick after refrigeration. It's important, however, to store leftover soup properly. Keep it in a sealed container in the refrigerator and consume it within 3 to 4 days. When reheating, ensure it reaches a rolling boil or at least 165 degrees Celsius, 74 degrees Celsius, to eliminate any potential bacteria. Avoid reheating soup more than once, as repeated cooling and warming cycles can lead to nutrient loss and increase the risk of contamination. In conclusion, vegetable soup is a wholesome and practical choice for reheating. It delivers comfort, rich nutrition, and supports the aging body in numerous ways. For seniors seeking an easy-to-digest, nourishing meal that can be enjoyed multiple times, vegetable soup is a clear winner. 3. Brown rice. Brown rice may seem like a simple side dish, but for older adults it's a quiet powerhouse of nutrition, especially when reheated the right way. Unlike white rice, brown rice retains its outer layers, the bran and germ, which are rich in fiber, magnesium, B vitamins, and antioxidants. These nutrients play a vital role in supporting heart health, stabilizing blood sugar levels, improving digestion, and maintaining nerve and muscle function. The good news is that when cooked, cooled, and then reheated gently, brown rice doesn't just retain its benefits, it may offer even more. One of the remarkable changes that happens during this process is the formation of resistant starch. When brown rice is cooled after cooking, some of its starches convert into a form that resists digestion in the small intestine. This means they act more like fiber, feeding the healthy bacteria in the gut and improving overall digestion. 4. Seniors who often struggle with constipation or a sluggish digestive system. This is a quiet but powerful benefit. Reheating the rice doesn't reverse this transformation. In fact, it preserves the resistant starch while warming the dish back to a comforting temperature. From an energy perspective, brown rice provides a slow, steady release of glucose, essential for older adults managing type 2 diabetes or seeking to avoid energy crashes throughout the day. Unlike sugary snacks or high glycemic foods that cause blood sugar spikes and crashes, reheated brown rice offers stability. It's also an excellent source of magnesium, a mineral that supports muscle relaxation, sleep quality, and nerve health, especially valuable for those dealing with leg cramps or restless nights. To reheat brown rice properly, add a splash of water or broth and cover it with a lid to retain moisture. Gently steam or warm it on low heat, instead of using high temperatures that can dry it out. You can mix it with soft vegetables, beans, or a touch of olive oil to create a balanced, senior-friendly meal that's easy to chew and digest. In summary, brown rice is not just safe to reheat, it's a smart choice for anyone aiming to age well. It's reliable, adaptable, and full of nutrients that support strength, balance, and independence in the golden years. With each warm bowl, you nourish more than your body. You honor your future. Should not reheat. 1. Mushrooms. Mushrooms are a favorite in many kitchens thanks to their rich umami flavor and versatility. But for older adults, they come with a serious warning. Never reheat them after cooking. While mushrooms are packed with nutrients such as B vitamins, potassium, and antioxidants, their unique composition makes them especially vulnerable to changes when exposed to high temperatures a second time. Unlike many other vegetables, mushrooms are made up of complex proteins and delicate enzymes that degrade quickly once cooked. If reheated, these changes can cause digestive problems and may even create compounds that are harmful to your nervous and cardiovascular systems. When mushrooms are first cooked, the proteins begin to break down in a way that the body can digest. However, when you cool and then reheat them, especially at high temperatures or in the microwave, these proteins can change structure again, becoming difficult for the digestive system to process. For seniors whose digestion may already be more sensitive, this could lead to bloating, stomach cramps, or even food poisoning if the mushrooms were not stored properly. Furthermore, reheated mushrooms can develop toxic byproducts if they've been left at room temperature too long before refrigeration or are heated unevenly. These toxins have been linked to increased oxidative stress, which contributes to cell aging and can negatively affect memory, heart function, and overall vitality, key areas of concern for aging adults. Another concern is the potential loss of nutrients. The antioxidants and B vitamins in mushrooms are heat sensitive. Reheating not only strips away these valuable compounds, but may also create off-putting flavors and textures. Instead of being soft and flavorful, reheated mushrooms often become rubbery and unappetizing, a sign that their structure and chemistry have been compromised. To stay safe and get the most nutritional value from mushrooms, it's best to cook only what you plan to eat immediately. If you have leftovers, it's safer to discard them rather than risking a second round of heating. Or if you anticipate storing them, consider using mushrooms in cold dishes like salads or in meals that don't require reheating. In short, while mushrooms are nutritious when fresh and properly cooked, reheating them is a risk not worth taking, especially for older adults who need their food to support, not challenge, their health. Should not reheat. 2. Eggs. Eggs are often celebrated as one of the most complete and affordable sources of nutrition, especially for older adults. But when it comes to reheating them, caution is essential. While eggs provide high-quality protein, vitamin D, choline, and healthy fats, all vital for maintaining muscle mass, bone strength, and cognitive health, their chemical structure makes them unsafe to reheat after being cooked. When eggs are first cooked, Their proteins coagulate in a way that makes them easily digestible and bioavailable. However, reheating, particularly in the microwave or at high temperatures, can alter those proteins in ways that are difficult for the body to process. This transformation can strain the digestive system and lead to discomfort, especially for seniors whose metabolism and gut function may be more sensitive with age. Even more concerning is the potential for toxic compound formation. When eggs are reheated, especially if they were previously boiled or fried, they can produce harmful substances like sulfur-based compounds. These not only give off an unpleasant odor, but can also cause inflammation and irritation in the stomach and intestines. Over time, this can interfere with nutrient absorption and contribute to broader health issues related to the heart and nervous system. Additionally, improper storage before reheating poses a risk of salmonella contamination, which is particularly dangerous for older adults with weakened immune systems. If eggs are left at room temperature for too long, or not cooled quickly after cooking, bacteria can multiply rapidly. Reheating may not always kill these pathogens, especially if the food is not evenly heated, leading to a high risk of foodborne illness. Nutritionally, reheating eggs also causes a significant loss in their vitamin content, particularly B vitamins, like riboflavin and folate, which support brain health and red blood cell production. The texture and flavor of reheated eggs also degrade quickly, turning rubbery and less palatable, another indicator of compromised quality. To protect your health, it's best to consume eggs immediately after cooking and avoid reheating them altogether. If you do need a convenient protein source later in the day, consider hard-boiled eggs kept cold and eaten as is, or prepare fresh eggs in small portions that can be enjoyed in one sitting. In summary, while eggs are undeniably healthy, reheating them can turn a nutritious meal into a potential health hazard, something no older adult can afford to ignore. Should not reheat. 3. White potatoes. White potatoes are a comforting staple in many households and offer a good source of energy, fiber, and essential nutrients like potassium and vitamin C,